welcome back to my channel, Sas here. As y'all can see by the title, we're gonna have fun today. So I thought I would put up a quick little video about our faves. The women that brought us the most joy, laughter throughout the years. Now, of course, if you are new to this channel, you know what to do. Go ahead and hit that subscribe. Go ahead and hit that like button. Because see, over here in these neck of the woods, we have a good old time. Especially when it comes to love after lockup. Now, here are some playlists of mine of me reviewing this hot mess, fabulous show. Now see, next week, friends, next week, family, is our reunion. It's time for us to go to church next week. I'm in my grace. Honey, we gonna have a good old time because see, it's been dry since Love After Lockup done, been out of commission. So it's coming back next week with 6 new participants. So I thought, what can I bring to the table? What can I add to the conversation? Of course I can add the top 5 hot mess women of Love After Lockup. Now, of course, honey, this could be a 5-parter. Because we have seen women come and go that was a hot mess. But see, this is just my list. This is the list that I deemed appropriate. You can make your own list. In fact, put it down below who your top 5 is. But until then, let's talk about mine. Now, originally, I was going to have Heather as number 5. Y'all remember Heather, right? But then, as I was doing some research on Heather, as I was doing where are they now, Heather? Child, I think that's a hard no, because Heather is having some serious mental issues. She is doing and saying things that are disturbing. See, over here, in these parts, in these neck of the woods, we have fun. Okay, we have fun with it. And there was nothing funny about Heather that I read. Nothing. So, I was like, nah, Heather. You go on now. You take them spirits elsewhere. They ain't coming over here in Sas's area, child. I said, good God Almighty. So, honey, Heather is out. So, I replaced Heather with a honorable mention. She wasn't even going to be on the list. But then I thought, well, this is a sign. Number 5, y'all. Let's talk about Andrea. Y'all know Andrea, our favorite Mormon from Utah. Our favorite Mormon that likes to preach about that Bible and how she likes to walk the walk and talk the talk when it comes to the good word. But see, Andrea rubbed people the wrong way because see, she walked the walk but didn't talk the talk. See, Andrea picked and chose when she wanted to be that good old Mormon. We've seen Andrea cut a shine several times. If you're new to this channel, see, I like to use different terms. Cut a shine means act a fool. So we seen Andrea scream, yell, just throw a temper tantrum when you don't need to have a temper tantrum. She did it on her children. She made these demands on her children that her kids didn't even want to even listen to. She made it hard sometimes to watch Andrea. But see, what really got Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. And you got nuts, mouths don't. See, Audrey out here talking about she live by the word, be by the word. She want Lamar to live up to them expectations, but here she is busting it wide open in the janitor's closet in prison. Conceived a child. And then we see throughout her and Lamar battling it out. Should they stay in Utah? Should they stay in California? Child, we have seen Andrea say she don't want to live in California because it's A ghetto, B hood, A ghetto, B hood. But eventually she gave in and they moved. But see, another thing about Andrea. Do y'all remember the episode when she found condoms in Lamar's coat jacket? And honey, she went off. She fussed, she screamed, she yelled, she hit. She went upside Lamar's head several times. That wasn't very Mormon of you. That really wasn't a Christian way. Of course, Lamar said, nah, these ain't my condoms. These my brother's condoms. But again, they worked it out. Things got better. They moved to California. And then Lamar's daughter got up in the mix. And Andrea, she didn't want to have nothing to do with that daughter. And we seen the battle between Lamar, Andrea, and that daughter. These are just some of the things that Andrea did that raked our nerves. You can't say that you live in one way and doing another, and then throw it in people's faces. Andrea, you can't do that, child. And that's what you did. So Andrea and I believe the family went on some mission trip, child. So that is number 5, Miss Andrea. Now let's talk about number 4. Now number 4 on my list is Lot Lizard Lindsay. Y'all know Lot Lizard? We met her last season, child. She was there with stiff upper lip. Y'all remember him, right? See, stiff upper lip started off with a lie. Stiff upper lip had a whole interior designer inside his home on the very first episode. Let me tell you something, friends. That was the first and last time we see said interior designer. Because, see, stiff upper lip said that he was a millionaire. There was no budget. And as we learned throughout the season, that was a lie. But he says that, of course, he met Lot Lizard Lindsay. And he fell in love with this young girl. He was a much older man. Gross. Now, see, he was ready for her release. He got a limo. He got food. He bought clothes. He went into more debt just for Lot Lizard Lindsay. But hold up. She wasn't able to get out of prison because, see, Lot Lizard was cutting a shine inside prison. See, she kept getting reprimanded by the things she was doing, fighting, breaking the rules. But see, stiff upper lip said, not my boo, not my Lindsay. See, they picked on Lindsay. They picked on her. Do you want to know why, friends? Why is it that Lindsay kept getting in trouble? Oh, see, according to stiff upper lip, Lindsay was young, pretty, and white. I didn't say that. See, that's what stiff upper lip said. And boy, did he eat those words. Like a pork chop sandwich. So Lot Lizard, she gets out. The minute she stepped into that house, she complained. Because see, after all these months, after all these years, nothing was done to the house. Stiff upper lip didn't do nothing to the house. He did a little something here and there. But see, she sent him pictures. This needs to be done. What about my daughter's extra room? Where my daughter gonna sleep? Complain, complain, complain. See, Lot Lizard wanted us to know that she's a clean freak. She's a neat freak. She's organized. She Miss Martha Stewart of the prison work. Everything has to flow accordingly. Everything has to be perfect. But see, we seen differently. See, we seen the kitchen shine a little bit. We seen the living room shine a little bit. But honey, when it came to that bedroom, it wasn't nothing but a mess. But she wanted us to think that she was Martha Stewart of the prison world. Shut up, Lot Lizard. So of course, come to find out, he was looking through her things, and he found some, journal entries. He's thinking that she's just using him and blah, blah, blah. They had a big old fight. But see, we met a new character. See, we met one of her homegirls from prison. And before she went to prison, what was her name, y'all? Tara Bell. Tara Bell done showed up on the scene. Now, while she was doing all this complaining and fussing, talking about stiff upper lip ain't living up to what he said that he was, she up in the whole attic, swapping spit with Tara Bell. But down the whole time, she's talking about stiff upper lip being a liar. And she carried on in the attic while stiff upper lip was sweeping the floor. Yo, fool! Then, if that wasn't good enough, friends, this is how dumb Stiff Upper Lip was. See, Stiff Upper Lip was sitting there looking like who done it what for, while Lindsay said, you know what? Tara Bell got this raggedy ass camper that when she drives, it tilts to the left. The muffler done blew out on it. And see, it's dripping oil. Now see, what I need for you to do is agree with me and allow Tara Bell to bring that raggedy camper and park it in the driveway. Stiff upper lip. Okay. I tell you, the chromosomes in these shows, honey. So he agreed to that. Of course, Lot Lizard was happy, child. Because she got her side piece right there in the driveway. As soon as Stiff Upper Lip leave, she gonna bring her in. Have a good old time in that nasty bedroom. But then we see the office scene. She went in the office, she found some pictures, she found out that Stiff Upper Lip had been paying for women, seeing women or something on Craigslist, child, and she tore that office apart. She took some of his items, she done tossed his items in the front yard, child, for all of the neighbors to see. A mess. Because see, Lindsay, Lot Lizard, was up here. For some reason, she thought that she was even better than Stiff Upper Lip. Girl, you wasn't with your 1991 fashions, and that wasn't in a good way. Got her whole blue eyeshadow that she done got from her Dollar's makeup collection that her dollar done got from Dollar General and done smeared it up on her eyeballs. Lot Lizard up there got blue eyeshadow all the way up to her eyebrows, and she thought that she was the snack. Girl, if you don't go somewhere and run into traffic. So, things were tense. Things were heightened. People were stressed. And child, honey, it was time for the blow up. Y'all remember they was in the backyard, honey, with that raggedy furniture that they got from somebody swap meet. Smoking 18 cigarettes, honey. Lot Lizard put it down for Stiff Upper Lip. She was all up in his face. She was doing all this, and she kicked the table over. Now see, at that point, again, I'm not one for violence. I'm not one for violence. But see, at that point, that was when stiff upper lip should have stood up, tripped, and head-butted Lot Lizard. See, not hit her. See, he tripped and just head-butted her right dead in that pointy nose of hers. So she'll shut the F up. So they broke up, of course. They broke up. And see, Lot Lizard done moved out. See, she got evicted. But see, she was all about her daughter, and she's gonna do better. Her daughter, I love my daughter. She done got evicted, had a friend's car, got pulled over, and I believe it was some substances inside said vehicle. Lot Lizard is in prison. See, she got her a new number. Inmate number, honey. She also is on another website. Oh, shit. She's on another website, friends. This is why she is number 4. Let's move on. Number 3. Now, see, I had a difficult time putting her number 3 or number 2, but I'm glad with my decision. Number 3. Crackhead Tracy. Boy, we had fun with Crackhead Tracy, didn't we? Boy, honey, she broke the season, didn't she? But see, I cannot call her crackhead no more because she is with child, and I'm going to respect that. She said that she clean and sober, so I'm going to believe it, and I'm going to respect it. So I won't call her crackhead. But we all remember Tracy. She got with not quite right Clint. I know Clint wasn't quite right. So we are introduced to this fantastic duo. And Clint was head over heels in love with Tracy. So Tracy, she gets out of prison. She wasn't even out of prison 24 hours until let the games begin. Now, between the time she got out of prison and into that hotel room, they done scored some crack. C-R-A-C-K. The crack. See, they done scored the hard stuff. And I'm like, where do you even go? How do you find a dealer? How do you find a street pharmacist between a couple hours you done got out of prison? But she did. So her and not quite right that got into this hotel room, and honey, they partied it up, didn't they? Now see, we seen the aftermath the next morning. Y'all remember what that room looked like? Cigarette butts, ashes, alcohol, residue. The room was trashed. Clint, he cried, snot flying, talking to Mama Clint, talking about, Mama, oh God, Tracy, she's gone, and there's drugs. Mama Clint was on the other side of that phone like, what? See, Clint let it be known that Tracy done got high. But not only did she get high, effed up, and trashed that room. See, Clint, he left off some valuable information he was also a part of. But see, after she done got high, effed up, and trashed the room, she took the rental vehicle. Tracy done took the rental vehicle and went like this. We didn't see Tracy for a long time, child. She said, I'm done with you. I done used up your money, your penis, and the drugs. I'm about to score some more. Tracy done stole a whole car, and she hadn't been out 24 hours. So, of course, Clint, he had to go to his mama's house, crying, snot flying. Mama Clint said, I know you done lost your mind. What did I raise? Clint, I love. Honey, his parents was dazed and confused. But later on, we see Tracy. Y'all remember this picture? Y'all remember when she called Clint from a correctional facility? You have a collect call from a correctional facility. Honey child, that phone call threw Clint for a loop, didn't it? Y'all remember he was screaming, yelling. He was kicking the truck. He was punching the truck. He threw his cell phone. Honey, Clint was throwing a good old elementary school temper tantrum. He wouldn't have nothing to do with Tracy. But then, later on, we see Tracy. She out. And guess what? Clint, he took her back. Now, friends, not only did he take her back, they got married. Y'all remember that? Were they in Texas or were they in Vegas? Where they got married at that nasty good old ball child? When everybody was looking in with two heads. Everybody was like, now I know who are these two lack of chromosomes get married? Is this the movie Deliverance? So they ended up getting married. Everything was good, wasn't it? Everything was well, wasn't it? But see, it was time to tell Mama and Papa Clint. Now, I can't remember if it was before or after they got married when Clint told them that he was married. That he told the parents. Y'all remember Mama Clint? Mama Clint said she ain't stepping foot in this house. See, she stole a whole vehicle. She'll come in my house and steal my whole furniture. She was like, Papa Clint, he want her to bring this heifer in this house. She ain't coming up in this house. Now, after Clint did a whole lot of begging and whining, this my wife, Mama. This my wife, Mama. Mama Clint gave in. Y'all remember that episode? Mama Clint was cutting up, honey. Mama Clint was like, now I know I don't have this heifer up in my house. Honey, Mama Clint done took the spoons, the forks, the knives, the cups, the plates, you know, the money, the jewelry, the television. She done told Papa Clint to take that couch outside and put it in the shed. That's what she said. Papa Clint was like, you mean Tracy can't sit out her mom? Mama Clint said, let the heifer stand. What you talking about, Papa Clint? She stole a whole vehicle. She on crack. Can y'all see? Can y'all see Tracy trying to take the recliner out the front yard? Out the front door. But of course, Tracy, I'm clean, sober, happy. I'm in treatment. I'm going to do better. I'm going to do well. We all know what happened, honey. There was a whole lot of fussing, fighting, getting high, back and forth to jail. Not quite right, Clint. He got arrested. Tracy got arrested. It was just a whole mess. And now we here. And Tracy is pregnant. I already done spoke on that. Y'all can see my video with that. So, that's number 3, y'all. Miss Tracy. Now let's move on. Number 2. So Sarah. Sarah has been on this show from the beginning. Y'all know Sarah, she's married to Musty Michael Child. And we have seen their relationship go through chaos and turmoil. Now they're married. They have 2 daughters. But see, when we met her, she was pregnant. Her husband getting out of prison. She was happy. He done went to his mama's house. He didn't even spend time with his wife. He made an excuse. He wanted to spend time with his homeboys. Red flag. But then we find out a little bit more about Musty. Musty had him a whole by the name of Megan. Oh boy, oh boy. Megan was in love with some Michael, honey. She done went out there, they done laid up, smelling like salt and vinegar and potato chips and regret. Y'all remember that scene? Ew. Now we know Michael, he don't even look like he washed correctly or wash. But he got women coming out of the woodwork for him and cut a shine. Now Sarah, she didn't know nothing about Megan, but she found out. Now she's pregnant, has a child already with Musty. So there was a good old little sit down between Sarah and Megan. Y'all remember that? Real soprano, real mafia style. And they hashed it out. Megan also found out about Sarah. But what happened after that? Honey Musty, he came out real good, didn't he? He was still seeing Megan. Megan was still seeing Michael. Sarah took him back, had a child. So we see them again. Michael still got two women, Megan and Sarah. Now Megan, she finally came to her senses and she let Michael alone. But Sarah, his wife, continued to go down that road of sadness and despair and longing for something. And what did Musty do? He just kept leading her on. Meanwhile, he was not a great father. He was not a provider. Only thing he did was get a wet penis and walk out that door time and time again. And what did Sarah do? She kept opening up the door. Come on in. I'm ready for some more embarrassment. Now, throughout the years, we have seen Sarah go see lawyers and talk to divorce lawyers and all this bunch of crap. It meant nothing. Because what did Michael do? Michael kept doing what he's supposed to do. Nothing. He got arrested again. Sarah took him back. Remember, he got arrested with Megan. Sarah took him back. And then we met a new participant. Her name is Maria. Maria that came into the mix. And Maria was Michael's girlfriend. Y'all remember the scene when Michael and Sarah was at the hotel room with Maria, and honey, Sarah cut a shy child in the hotel parking lot. Talking about, Michael, you're supposed to bring ice cream to the girls. Where's the ice cream? He said that he was going to spend time with the girls. He ain't spent time with them this whole time, stupid. Michael don't even know how to spell ice cream, much less bring it. So there was this big, huge blow up in the hotel parking lot. Sarah said, I'm tired of you. I'm tired of you. You ain't never seen your kids again. It's over. It's over. Remember that? Her and her black said, y'all remember that? It was over. And then we see Michael, he's with Maria, and then we find out that Sarah and Michael were spending time together. It was just a hot mess. And then we see Sarah with a new man. Sarah done got her little boyfriend. Seemed like a good dude, but of course Sarah, she can't have happiness into her life. She gotta have chaos and sorrow with Musty. So it was time for the girls', birthday party. And here comes Michael. The only time in history we have ever seen him with anything in his hand that pertains to those children. We ain't never seen him with groceries. We ain't never seen him with diapers. We ain't never seen him with gummy bears, goldfish, nothing. But he got a whole gift for baby girl, which we know either his mama paid for or a producer of the show. Michael ain't bought to court. Well, y'all know what happened with that. He could not even show up to court. He was too busy night before blowing somebody's back out, drinking, and getting drunk. Meanwhile, Sarah is there waiting at the courthouse. See, that wasn't enough. See, he couldn't even bother showing up for court for his child. Sarah, it's okay. It's all right. This is who we dealing with. Now, she had a whole man. We have seen Musty Michael manipulate, lie, every chance he can get. And what happened, friends? He done made his way into the bedroom. After all this, after the lies, he couldn't even show up for court for his kids. He has never brought the kids anything. And he ends up in between your legs. And you allow it. Time and time again. Now, I don't know if she likes the drama. I don't know if she likes the pain. I don't understand this. But maybe she likes being embarrassed on national television. Because see, it happened time and time again. So this last time, him and Maria was over. Maria hit him. Maria screamed at him. Maria used it. All this bunch of stuff. And here's Sarah. Maria is not a good thing for Michael. Maria is not good for him. I have never called the law on him. Girl, that ain't nothing to brag about. Must it look like that he ain't washed in several days and you up here taking up for? Don't care nothing about them kids. But you up here laying up with him. He needed a place to lay his head and you obliged. Meanwhile, that whole boyfriend, honey, had enough. Done broke up with her child. Because she laying up with Musty time and time again. So, friends, what happened? Well, Musty, he thought it'd be a good idea to propose to Sarah. You remember that? When he had that bubblegum machine ring? He proposed to Sarah. Just a mess. Talking about he was going to be a better father. Talking about he was going to be a better husband. That he's ready to settle down. Just lies. Just lies. And here's Sarah believing the hype. Musty left. Came back. Sarah, open arms. Just a liar. And what did Musty do after that fake ass proposal? He goes to Florida to be with Maria. Even though he told Sarah he didn't want nothing to do with her because Maria was crazy. And we all know what happened down in Florida. He done left a child for hours. Child endangerment. And got arrested. But this is who Sarah chooses to stay with. Now, I will say this about Sarah. Sarah seems like she is a fantastic mother. She really do. And she seems like that she loves and she takes care of her children. Now, I will say that. But, honey, when it comes to Musty Michael, she is in a head full of clouds. And just think how happy she would be if she leave that man alone, divorce him. Now, I'm not one to say divorce somebody to end the marriage, but honey, I'm saying it this time because, honey, Musty Michael ain't shit. And Sarah, honey, it is time to move on. And that's who's number 2, y'all. Sarah. And that's why she's a hot mess. And that's why she's number 2. Now, if you have been watching my reviews, y'all should know who's number 1. You all should know who is number one. That's right, y'all. Dumpster fire destiny. Oh boy, I'm not gonna have fun with this one. Number one, friends, dumpster fire destiny. We know her. We remember her, right? Boy, she came onto the scene like a lightning bolt. See, dumpster fire destiny was selfish, mean, nasty. She was definitely that chick that if I seen her on the side of the road, I just leave her standing. Dumpster fire, honey, from jump, she got on my nerves. Now we all know, honey, Sean, child. Sean was a hot mess. Okay, now Sean had family and friends. Tell him, don't mess with this chick. Something wrong with her. Leave her alone. Now Sean got 6 kids. So Sean, he done went to a bondsman. And the bondsman even told him, leave her alone, child. Honey, she got a rap sheet as long as a CVS receipt. I'm telling you, leave her alone. You don't want this dude. Not only has she done skipped out on court, she done mailed in her ankle bracelet. See, we ain't dealing with somebody who's all there. But what did Sean do? I love her. I love her. She loved me. She's not gonna do anything wrong. See, Sean is knowing the inside of his jaw. So, dumpster fire gets out, and she's a little chunky. She done put on a whole lot of weight inside prison, eating up the oodles and the noodles and the little Debbie cakes. So she put on a little bit of weight. She was a little self-conscious. But then she gets out. And Sean has a good job. He's a mechanic. He makes good money. And the only thing he wanted to do was please this dumpster fire heifer. But see, she keeps saying that Sean is a liar. Sean did. Sean lied about how many children he got. Sean lied about his age. Sean did. But honey, you a whole thief. You have committed assaults. You have wrote bad checks. Honey, you a whole criminal. And you out here talking about Sean and his foolish self telling you a couple of lies. Honey, your whole life was a lie. You heifer. So as time went on, Sean got a place, a real nice place. He's out doing work, and here is dumpster fire. Spending, spending, spending. Has Sean's credit card, Sean giving her money, she's going shopping, ain't doing nothing else. She definitely ain't looking for no job, but she's spending his money. Now Sean got 6 kids. Again, his co-workers, the mother of his children is telling him, this girl ain't right. She using you, Sean. Something ain't right with her. As time went on, Sean, he was blinded by that rusted coochie of hers. Smelling and probably looking like cottage cheese, but that's another story. So time went on, and dumpster fire gets upset because Sean has communication with the mother of his 6 children. Like she had it in her head that Sean and the mother of his children was out here banging each night. Because she seen text messages. Because Sean was talking to her. And she goes off. She's screaming and yelling. I don't want you talking to her. You don't need to be talking to her. Why you lying? Why you lying? And then sloth looking Sean. I don't know what you're talking about. I gotta have communication with her. She even took it so far that she punched Sean right dead in his face. What did Sean do? Flinch. Now again, I am not for assault. I am not for violence. I don't think a man should put his hands on a woman, and I don't think a woman should put her hands on a man. But see, at that moment, if Sean would have tripped and just headbutted up, she wouldn't have punched him in that face again. But see, he tripped. So, they argued and fussed, and Sean apologized. It was a whole hot mess. Well, now it's time to meet up with the mother of his children. Because, see, Dumpster Fire Destiny wanted Sean to have no dealings with the mother. She wanted Sean to have no contact with the mother or the children with her selfish ass. So they meet up at a restaurant, and Dumpster Fire, honey, she should have had every tooth she had in her head knocked out. But see, that's not the kind of woman the mother of his 6 children is. Dumpster Fire sat there and disrespected this woman so bad that Sean sat there and did nothing. Nothing. In fact, when they left the restaurant, Dumpster Fire Destiny was like, I F her up. I beat the F out of her. And then sloth-faced Sean come talking about, I'll bail you out. See, at this time, I wish Sean would have tripped and broke both of his ankles with his stupid self. Again, friends and family is telling Sean, leave her alone. See, all these warning signs, she's trash, she's trash, she's trash. Sean didn't heed to it. And let's not forget, he still had $50,000 hanging over his head if she didn't show up for court. Now, as time went on, Dumpster Fire Destiny lost considerable amount of weight. I guess she was on that keto diet. Keto equals drugs. Keto equals meth. Honey, she could hula hoop a Cheerio. So, she leaves Sean. She leaves Sean, y'all. She got into his vehicle and leaves him. Didn't tell him where she was going. Done took a credit card. Done took the car. And she said, peace. Sean, he's worried. He's trying to find out where she's at. He finally found out where she's at the sister's house. Destiny. I won't have nothing to do with Sean. Sean is trash. Sean is lazy. Sean lied to me. I'm better than Sean. Meanwhile, every time we see her, she keeps getting smaller. So then, as time went on, Sean found out where she was because, see, she had to show up for court. And if she didn't show up for court, bye-bye $50,000. So Sean ends up, going to the courthouse. Dumpster Fire was there. There was a huge argument. She's still driving around in his vehicle. And then it's time. It's time for Sean to grow some nuts. So he called a record service to come and get said vehicle from the sister's house. And we all see what happened, didn't we? Honey, Dumpster Fire came out and cut a shy child. She was screaming and yelling. She done jumped on top of the record service of the roll back. But Sean got that car, honey. The record got that car. Sean, he's done moved on. We'll talk about Sean later on in another time. I think Life After Lockup, because he got an involuntary manslaughter woman of his own. And Dumpster Fire Destiny. What did she do, y'all? Her and her awful ways. Just mean, nasty ways. She's in jail. Jail, jail. Dumpster Fire Destiny was a hot mess from jump. And this is #1. That's it, friends. I know this was a little bit of a long video. I hope you had a snack. Hope you had some water, child. Y'all know what to do. Leave your comments down below. Who did y'all want to see in top 5? Who did y'all think I should have added top 5? And again, if this video do well, I would do the top 5 hot messes of the men of Love After Lockup. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, friends.